Hello, and welcome back to Tanya's Beauty Box. I am Tanya, and this is part two of my getting ready with me from my last palette poll of which palette you would like to see me use. And everybody chose, I'll give you a rundown again, the Too Faced Italian Spritz over the MAC bubbly round palette that they had years ago for Christmas one year, holiday, the what they call it, the bubbly bowls or whatever, over the Laura Mercier hidden gemstones or the Lancome drama denim quint. Everybody chose the Italian spritz. It was the Go Getter, then the Mac one, then the Lancome, and nobody chose Laura. So, what does that say? This is the second part. I'm going to be breaking this up as my camera or cuts off and or the filming gets too long, the duration of the video. So we did the face already. And if you happen upon this part before the first part, I will link it somewhere, either in the description and or the cards, or it'll be at the end of the video so that you can go back and check that out. So I think this is going to work out because that video was pretty long, but this is the complexion that we're going to be working with. Used a lot of great products in that video. Showed you some friend mail. Used some products that I just got and used some products that I've always had. Used some products that are recent to me, but I really like. So we're going to focus this video on not the complexion, because we did that. So the complexion is the skincare and like the actual complexion products. Now we're going to get into color. So the very first thing I'm going to use for color is going to be what? I don't know, but let me see here. I use a very, well, not very, but it is very emollient, but a lot of a eye serum because I have very dry under eyes, and you'll see in that video a lot of product came out. So it's very emollient under here, which might be lending to a little bit of the settling in my under eye lines. But for the most part, I'm good. I used a controversial and or TikToky kind of new product in that first video as well. So make sure you check it out. Now we're going to focus on the face. So I have a lot of stuff for the face, of course, but we're going to do the, I have two things I think I want to use for blush. I have the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten Marbleized Blush. And like I said, I did take off that blur that I had because that sucker was messing with the ability to show you some things up front. I don't have a great zoom or like that so you can see things, but that was really messing it up. And this is an apricot berry. And then I have the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Cream Cheek Palette. So and these are the two things I'm gonna be using, I think, predominantly for the face. So let's get these things out. And I'm gonna be using this now this might have been part. You could have technically think that these products would be part of the complexion. Yes, but I think because I'm thinking of it more as the color enhancement versus just evening out the complexion. Like I could just leave that. I don't necessarily need to do anything else because now the face just looks like natural. Okay, but this is like adding a little oomph enhancement to it. So yeah, we're gonna do that part. So that's gonna be part of the color part. I'm trying to get. I hate when stuff gets. Okay, I'm gonna quit messing with that. My eye, of course, is watering. Because why wouldn't it? And why when doesn't it? Okay, so this is the Laura Geller blush in apricot berry. Much better trying to show you things. Much better trying to show you things. I never understand why she puts this little, I mean, I guess I get it, but I mean, it seems like a waste. I understand putting the little mirror, the viewfinder in here so you can see what blush you got, but there's always a little half mirror. So I guess in some instances that's better than nothing, but yeah. So with the marbleized type product, it's all in the veining. So you never know what you're going to get unless you go in store and open up each box to get the color ratio of what you want. So this is pretty good. I'm glad it's not a lot of this lighter pink shimmery color in here, because that would not bode well for me. Now this is again the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. Oh, I have my triangle light going on as well. Let me make sure that's not about to die. Okay. And this is the contour, the color raspberry, and the color apple. So can you, and this kind of reflective, so that yeah, that's not the best. All right. So, and this is what this looks like. This has a big full size mirror. And I chose, now this is not necessarily my shade of contour. It's probably the one that's going to show up the best. You probably have to use a very light hand. But the one that I should have chosen was more my skin tone for the contour. It was just slightly darker, but the blushes that were in there was something I had 10 times over. So I chose this one because it had a very deep, again, raspberry shade. And then this is supposed to be apple. It's coming off orangey on the laptop, but it's more of a red, a pinky, a reddy pink, no, a pinky red, like a little tinge of pink. And of course, this is much darker than me. So I opted for this to not be so to be unique to my collection, so to speak. So should I use one on one side and one on the other? I don't know. But let's get a brush going um, around here to start it off. Um, I should have, which I did not. So we're going to use this Tarte dual ender brush that I got from getting one of those macaroons that they have, those dual blushes. They're on, I got it off QVC because it came with a brush. But now they're no longer on QVC and only on the Tarte website. So let's start with the apricot berry. I'm going to use the brush side of that. I have not used, I don't think have I used this? I don't remember using it. So I wanted to use basically all new stuff if I could in this video. So we're going to put this on the right side. And that's not showing up too much or nothing, huh? It's better because I originally had a peachy one, and that sucker was just way too light. I'm getting a little, okay, I see something. I'm getting a little something. And it's more of a, I guess what they call that blush light. It's a little sheen, a little color, more of a satin highlighting thing, because you can see my cheek is a little bit more glowy. So it's a nice little subtle glow. Okay. Now we're going to take the cream side of the blush brush and we're going to go into, I'm going to try to keep it complimentary, but I probably end up going over this one. Let's take a swatch. Ooh, okay. That's again, it's coming off more orange, but it's more of a pinky red. Let's see. I don't know if these are supposed to dry down to a powder. That's pretty. I like that. And then we're going to go into this raspberry. very deep, nice deep. I think the raspberry would complement this more, but I typically wear a color like that. It's just deeper than what I usually have, and this is like something you could like drape or do a blush combo with, and like put this cream on, and then use probably that powder on top to set it a little bit more. So we're gonna do. What you think? Which one should I do, y'all? This one or this one? This is more of a comfort zone. I don't have a bunch of ready type blushes, so we're gonna go with the apple. With this in here. Ooh, that's a, I don't know if that's a lot or not, but we're going to find out. Now, there's something going on where people are like using their blush right up under their eye, almost right under their eye, and that's like for lifting or something. Um, I'm not sure. Ooh, if I'm ready to get on that particular bandwagon. Oh goodness, I can really see it here. It's coming off very subtle for you guys. You can see the flush, but I really see it in person here. And I think I got a little too close, so I'll fix that. It's like coming closer to my nose more than I want, but I do like to have it on my actual cheek. And it's like, don't pull it down or whatever. So I'm not trying to pull it down. But they start so high up that when they, it's not coming down here no way unless they pull it all the way down. I don't want to go because like they're like right up here, up under it, and that's to lift or something. I think it's lifted enough for me, just slightly like a finger's mark, about it, of spacing. So I haven't gotten to the point that I think I need to like stick it directly up under my eye. What do you think? So I can definitely tell there are two different colors there, and this will be more. This is more like a flush, a natural flush, and this is like just lightly running errands, going with a more natural face. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of this on top as the highlights. I think this is more what they call it, a blush topper highlighter, at least on me for the shade that it is. And I'm just gonna pull it on top of versus like all covering the entire thing. Just on the outer edge there. And I kind of set it down because that is a cream product that was on that side. Oh my eye. It be working against you, okay? And when I went to the eye doctor last year, she says because I have dry eyes that my eyes are watering so much. She gave me something called Cystane. I haven't used it, but because it didn't really make that much sense to me. But I mean, I guess she would know. She is the ophthalmologist, or ophthalmologist, maybe. So I'm gonna put some on this one, and I'm gonna add it on this side to kind of match. Whew. You can see that now. Whew, that's a lot. So I'm gonna, and I don't know if it's coming off. If I have more on this one for this side, or because there's already a powder there, it's clinging better because it looks more bold on this side than it did on that side. So maybe it is Patrick Todd got something going on where he just put the powder on, then the cream. I always say put the cream, then the powder, but maybe putting the cream on top of the powder allows the cream to adhere better, and therefore you don't use as much. Because even though it's the same, I can't tell a difference in the appearance. This is a little bit more bold, and this is a little bit more natural. So I'm gonna bring them both to the same, and I think I like the more natural. Even though I love blush, I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit, soften it up. Again, just focusing on one top edge, and that brought them into symmetry. Very good. So that's that. That's that. Oh, okay. So I still got to use this. I'm not very good with contour, so to speak. I rarely contour. Now, which one will do? Contour or blush first? I mean, bronzer. I think it's supposed to use bronzer first. So I'm going to use this bronzer. This is Lancome bronzer. This is the Tint Idol Ultra Wear CE Skin Transforming Bronzer infused with vitamin C derivative and vitamin E. Skin fusing texture, sun kissed, matte finish, buildable intensity. N07D. Whew, that's a lot. That was a lot to say. You know, all these companies got to try to get everything that the product does and all of its special formulations. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The little tortoise shell finish packaging. And let's find a for that. Oh, here's the other one. I don't want to use. I'll use this. I know it's not necessarily a bronzer brush, but use them for what you want. And it says Lancome. And I still got the little sticker on the mirror. And this is the bronzer. So it's a little deeper than me. It seems to have a little bit of red in it. I'm a neutral, so I can go cool or warm. I guess I tend to lean cool. I don't know. It just depends on the color itself. And this is, like I said, 07 deep. Is it one deeper than this? I don't think so. I think this is the deepest one they got. So I'm going to use, I have two of these brushes because I bought another macaroon off of KBC. This is a great brush. Cream powder, whatever you want to do with it. I'm going to take this, get a little bit of this bronzer, and I'm yet to find a bronzer that bronzes me. I just got another one coming. So and it might be over there because something got delivered while it's been on here the first time, the first from the first video. Um, and I think I got the wrong shade. I should have gotten tiramisu. It's like another one of those little macaroon things I got off of Tarte though. And I think I should have got tiramisu because it's deeper. And I ended up for somehow or another getting cinnamon roll, which is more my complexion. But I guess I figure that if it does not work, I could just use it as a complexion product in the sense of all over complexion versus just a bronzer. You feel me? You feel me? Now, okay, I think that might be doing something. But typically, yeah, I think that's giving me a little something. I see a little tinge. So, out of all the bronzers I've ever purchased, this seems to be until I try the Tarte macaroon one. Um, this seems to be the first one that I've come across that I actually see some kind of difference in. Go ahead, Lancome, and this at this point, Lancome, because I haven't really tried a lot. Although I did see some packaging for Chanel for their spring line, and I think more than wanting the product, I want the product for the picture. It's got like daisies on it and like a little ladybug. So I might just get something from it that I could possibly use that has that packaging because it is too freaking pretty. Now I'm gonna try this contour cream with the cream portion of the brush. That sucker's dark, right? And it's like a little barrier, like a little thin barrier on top. And trying to get some on there. Okay. Okay. So we got that. Now I'm not this is not my forte, okay? And I don't necessarily think I need contour, although I do have a big round face. I don't care. Holy crap. I don't want to put too much on one side. Oh goodness. So maybe it's good that I didn't. So I probably do need that tiramisu. But I'm not about to buy another one and sending it back. It's a headache. So I think they take $5 off for the shipping, which is going to take money off from the purchase of the product. I don't know how they would do that. And what was else I was thinking? Send it back to exchange it for the color that I want, and then they take the money for the shipping. And I think I can use a coupon or something. I'm a coupon. I'm a. If y'all have not tried, I did put it on my community post about sticking this Rakuten like extension on your web browser to get cash back from Capital One shopping. If you do that right now, they have a $80 automatic infuse into your account. If you use my link off my community tab, you get 80, I get 80. What's wrong with that? If you don't want to use the link, at least put the freaking browser on there and get you $80. I'm just saying, I would love if you use my link because I love the shop. But yeah, you can redeem it for gift cards or a lot of different places: Groupon, Applebee's, Qdoba, Kohl's, CVS, Sephora, Ulta, Home Depot. They got a lot of different places on there you can redeem the gift cards for. Redeem the money that you would get into a gift card for a store. And then with Groupon, you can just find a discount, redeem it over into Groupon, and then pay for whatever you are wanting. That's going to like really open up the possibilities of things that you can get. So, yeah. But I'm not going to use any more of this contour. I think that's good enough. I probably could use a little bit more, but I'm not. So, that's that. Next, we are going to. Did I pull that thing off of my brow? Okay. We're going to do brows. Always open up the wrong side. Every time. This is something they don't make anymore, I don't think. It's from Item Beauty. Got it from Ipsy, and this is in the color. This is their Brow Chow brow pencil. I did want to get that new ABH Art Brow, but I don't know how it differs from the original. It's similar to this, but maybe the pencil itself is really really thin because it's the demo I saw is like them actually doing brow hair. So I think it's thinner than this, and they already had something like this, and I think maybe they just thinned it out. But the one that they had like this prior to this new Arca Brow is coming in a kit with the brow colored brow gel for like $20. So why would you just get a bunch of those versus paying 30 for the Arca Brow? I don't know. I had intended on getting it, but then when like I said in my first video, I be looking. I be comparing, contrasting. So I want QVC because they sell Anastasia, and looking on Anastasia's site, of course, trying to find, what's the better deal, what's the actual difference in the products, did y'all just thin out the situation and charge an extra $3, I think, over the price that it originally was because you thinned it out to this micro brow thing. And this is another reason why I don't do my brows till after I do my freaking eyeshadows. The more, see, my under eyes getting darker and darker because I'm constantly wiping the eye. So I might have to put some more concealer on. Yeah. Yeah. Talking and brows don't really go well together. And then I end up having a thinner brow on one side than the other. This is really gliding over my skin, and I'm not sure if that's because of the skincare and products I've used prior in the first video. Yeah, this is like not working out. Because I usually try to put this on with my glasses. I don't even know if I'm in frame, so I do apologize for that. But then, at a certain point, I'm going to have to stop messing with this because The more you mess with your brows, the crazy, they don't get better. They just get bigger. They just get bigger. So I'm gonna stop there, and then I might, at some point, um, some fell. So this first thing to fall in this video, some fell in the first video too. Whew. Yeah, I'll fix that. They don't. I'm about to lie. I'm about to lie. I'm about to say they don't look that bad, but yeah, that's a lie. That is a stone cold lie. This brow is always longer than this side for some reason. And then I try to like bring it over closer to the middle, but then it makes it look crazy on that side. I don't know. I'm gonna try it though. Then I just said I was gonna leave this alone. Leave well enough alone. I'm gonna use this. I don't really care for this brush. I like a spoolie. But I'm trying to like clean it up a little bit. I don't do the concealer thing that people do because it's, to me it's kind of weird because they clean it up with the concealer on the maybe on the bottom, okay, but on the top, and then they put foundation on top of it. So I don't get it. But to each, I mean, everybody, I mean, and it's giving them the effect that they want, and that's all that really matters. You know, I did say I was gonna leave this alone. I know I did. Okay, now I'm gonna leave it alone. How about that? Oh my God. Yeah, this is not a good brow day. So they are distant cousins today, and that's all right. Now let's get in to this eyeshadow. So this is the Italian Spritz. Where am I at? 27 minutes. Good, good, good. Not good, but better. This is the Italian Spritz from Too Faced. And these are the colors. I don't think this smells like anything. Now, the reason when it first came out, I was interested in it. But for whatever reason, I did not buy it. I was recently watching a YouTuber named Michelle. Her name, she has it spelled in some kind of script. So it's just Michelle. I think it's M-I then a capital C, Shell, but it's in like a script. So it's just Michelle. And she did like a 4 hour declutter because I think she's downsizing and moving somewhere. So she did a 4 hour declutter of her eyeshadow palettes. And she, amongst other things, she showed this palette. And I looked at it, I'm like, wait, wanted that palette. Now, of course, they don't make it anymore. And then when I went on Too Faced sites, they only got that freaking Born This Way palette. None of their other stuff is sitting there. So they got the Born This Way, and then another Born This Way, and then like a little smaller Born This Way palette. And I'm like, that's all y'all got? Oh my God. So I went on eBay and found the Italian Spritz. Now these were running what? 45, 50, 45 to $50. I got this for 18.90, I believe. Never used. Original box. Yeah, this don't smell like nothing. And these are the colors. And this is the palette that y'all chose for me to use. And so shall it be. I'm going to take out this set of brushes. I have two sets in there. There's no rhyme or reason to it. But this is the first set that's there. So that's the first set I'm going to use. And we're going to go in with this, what is this? I think it's an MOTD. Makeup of the Day number 3. And the only, woo, two things that have fallen in this video. I am the count. Um, we're gonna go in with Impastable. Oh goodness, this is Impastable right here, And that's going to, of course, be my transition shade. Now, I could have gone in with, and should have possibly, Feeling Saucy or Espresso Yourself. I think I'm going to stay with Impastable on this blend. Now, as soon as I dipped in there, kick up. Can y'all see that? Kick up. Yeah, they should have made this smell like some kind of something. I'm going to go up under the brow with that as well. All over it. Why y'all didn't tell me I don't have no arm? Holy moly. You know, like you see something somewhere and you say, oh, I need to take that out because I know exactly where it is. I think I got it. But I should have taken it out in the first place. This is Dion from Dion Loves Makeup's favorite eyeshadow primer. Not that she doesn't use others, but this is the one she predominantly uses because she says it gives her a very tacky base. And I bought this on her, not her recommendation, but the fact that she really liked it. Unfortunately, it doesn't give me a very tacky base, but it is a nice primer. It's from Fenty. It's the only primer they have. I don't particularly care for the component, the packaging, because you can't get all the stuff out. And then when she tried to get all hers out, she took the little stopper out, and it still didn't work. So I like a squeezy tube. And my favorite, if I had to buy a brand, my favorite is going to be the Urban Decay anti-aging one because I'm old as molasses. Oh, is it Methuselah? I'm old as Methuselah. And so I like the anti-aging capabilities. I'm constantly I looked because I heard, it's spring or whatever, and people doing lawns, but I have a lawn service, and it's supposed to kick back up this month. I don't know what day, and I heard something that sounded like a lawnmower very close to my house, and I did not. I need to get into that app and see when they're gonna show up, because that means I got to pay them. But I don't know how much the rate is supposed to be this year, so I need to get on and check that out. Going back into Impassable now with my primer on, and that's working out a whole lot better. I seem to be actually, not that the color was not applying, but much better color payoff and saturation. I'm going to use this all over the eye up to the brow bone, which will then help with also, that carving out of the brow underneath that people like to do with concealer to clean it up and sharpen it. This is a way I can also get my, because I don't usually do an underbrow bone highlight. It's usually skin tone based situation or nothing, a powder, a shadow that's skin tone based or nothing at all. So this time we're going to use this one because it's more skin tone based and it's going to give a nice canvas. See, you could technically put this on a nice deep liner, like a deep chocolate brown espresso liner, a nice mascara. That's not the Flory Roberts, because that sucks. Don't do it to yourself. And keep moving for the day. Now, if you get the Flory Roberts and you get the kit with the eyeshadow palette that I used, I believe, in my very last video, since it comes with the mascara, go ahead and try it out. You might like it. I don't know. But I would not dare tell you or recommend to you that you buy it separately. If it comes with something that you really want, good deal, get it. But just to try it. But to buy it separately, no. They should not even sell that crap separately. That should always come with something else. Because it's not, in my opinion, very good at all. And I don't do inner corner highlight. I don't think it looks good on me. But I do want to get in the inner corner so I don't have like that little space, like a deep, like that little dark space sitting there, throwing off the look. So something like this, liner. I already got the blush on. Maybe even I'm just you can do a clear gloss. Keep moving, and of course mascara to bring that up. But yeah, I will be putting something under the under eye because I did rubbed all my concealer off doing this, and especially since it had that nice emollient serum under there. So next, we're gonna go into after we blow this off. We're gonna go into let's what we're gonna do today. I never do a pink. I think we're gonna do this pink. Look, ooh, Lake Como is calling me. This Lake Como right here, very pretty. Um, Even this was this spritz and glitz right here in the middle. That pink, I mean that purpley shiny shade, and even Lake and Bake right here. But I think I'm gonna do Win in Rome, which is that pink. That's also a matte. And we're gonna take, I guess we'll take the same brush. Now this one isn't giving me much kick up, so as I put it in, very nice color saturation on the brush. Shade that off. I'm gonna go into, let's go into the crease with this. Let's blur it. We're gonna blur that sucker out. Blow it out, blur it out, whatever you want to call it. Because yeah, I rarely, even though pink is my favorite color, I don't have a lot of pink clothes. I got this pink headband on, but like pink in and of itself, I think I like to have pink like accessories and things. Although I don't have a lot of pink. I don't know, I just like pink. I just like it. I just don't have a lot of pink stuff. I'm drawn to it, but I don't have a lot of pink stuff. This is showing up very nicely. Very nicely. Great formula, of course. It's Too Faced from back in the day when I think Jared was. I did want when Jared was in charge, and I did want that one with that Clover palette at one point. I think it's too close to this though, and I already have that this one, so I don't know if I'll be doing that. Next, I'm gonna go into after wiping this brush off because it's pink. I've just used. I'm gonna go into this deep Mamma Mia, and we're gonna put that in right up under it. Into the outer V a little bit for depth. A lot, not a lot to do today. I'm gonna take my little self to lunch. I think I know where. Then I have something I need to return to Amazon, which means I need to get on Amazon and fill out the return thing. And I really like the fact that they give you like the little QR code for your phone, and you can go to UPS and just drop that sucker off, and it gets there and you get automatic credit for it, versus doing stuff through the USPS. Because you got, it's usually nobody in the one I go to, the UPS. The USPS, you got to stand in line. First of all, you have to ask for the part. There's never anywhere to, well, here in Detroit, even in the outskirts to other post offices, and I'm not sure in your particular area, but it's how is parking at the post office in y'all area? Because they have the freaking post office. Now, no people coming, and they have like 4 parking spots. Or it's on a street with meters, And I mean, who knows how long you're gonna be in there? So I mean, you put more in there when you come back. When now they have the automated ones where you put your card in there, but or you pay with your card. But I don't know. It's to me, it's crazy because then you'll be always on the app trying to make sure you ain't running out of time. At least you ain't gotta get out of line like you had to back in the day, or have somebody with you sitting in the car, or a kid with you that you can tell them stay in the line while you run out there and feed the meter again. Let me blur this side out. I did much. This side is always my best side. and it never fails. So it's not the shadow's fault. It's my application that this kind of bunched up on this side. Okay, next, where do I want to go? The Lake and Bake, the Spritz Glitz, or the Lake Cuomo? I'm gonna let I'm gonna let y'all decide. Lake and Bake, Spritz Glitz, or Lake Cuomo. If you chose, this is another brush Dion from Dion Loves Makeup sent to me. These I think they're expensive. Well, costly hourglass brushes. This is a number 5. She sent me a number 3, but it's not in this particular bunch. But I'm going to be using this number 5. And I think I'm going to, let's take swatches. Because I'm not sure. Pink stays in the family with its Spritz and Glitz. This is Spritz and Glitz. This is Lake Cuomo. And this, no, yeah. And this, ooh, is Lake and Bake. Ooh. So this is very safe and stays in the, and it probably the most shiny and popping. This is Lake Cuomo, which is a little bit more of a contrast, more shiny, a little shiny. And but this is calling me, but this is kind of safe. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. This seems to be a blend of these two. Like those are, like this seems to have a little of this pink in there. But so maybe I could do the Spritz and Glitz and the Lake and Bake, or the Lake Cuomo and the Lake and Bake, or the Spritz and Glitz and the Lake Cuomo, or the Lake Cuomo with the Spritz and Glitz on the back end. What should I do? Or put them all? Okay, I'll put them all on. I don't necessarily have that much lid space. But we're gonna make it work. So we're gonna put the Lake Cuomo on first, which is the more icy blue. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. I'm getting into my Jackie from Jackie Loves Beauty era. She's been putting on some very super shiny shadows lately. That's really making her eyes pop and give a lot of dimension. That's so pretty. Now I gotta try to get it on this side at an angle. And I can't really see what's happening. See, it's looking more blue in the corner there. So I'm not sure if that's from like moisture from my eye, watery, that's making it look more blue on that side. Can you tell it's a little bit more blue? And it ended up under there. I'm gonna put a little bit under there. Like the blue is really heavy on this side. So next we're gonna go into the Spritz and Glitz, which is the purpley, pinky purple situation. Okay. I'm gonna put that second. Maybe I should put that on first. I don't know. So this is my attempt at coming out of my comfort zone. Thank you, Jackie, if you're watching. For the inspiration. I typically don't do this. I'm more of a mute. You know, I like bright and sparkly, but I usually end up more muted than anything. But she's been doing some like her green look for St. Patrick's Day. Oh, that was so pretty. That was so pretty. Okay. Now let's get into Lake and Bake. Okay, let's see. So because I couldn't decide, I'm just using all 3. I'm putting that on the on the outer edge there. So it's kind of turning into a halo, but a gradient halo in a way, because the blue on the end don't look that much different from the inner corner. But I think I need to just build that up a little bit, the lake and bake. So it's like, because it should be much deeper than the inner corner. Yeah, so I'm pulling my skin. I have to. I mean, I guess I don't have to. I don't know. Yeah, I got to. So they're looking very similar on the other lake and the bake and the lake Como, which don't make no sense considering one is much deeper than the other. Much deeper. But it is what it is. TI is what it TI is. Okay, that one looks a little. It looks a little different. A little. I'll have to go back in with that Mamma Mia, that deeper raspberry shade, to blend that out, because that lake and bake kind of took over. Whoops, good God. I dipped in the lake and bake. I need the Mamma Mia to clean that up and blend that out a little bit. Like I got somewhere to go. I ain't got milk. Well, I did say I'm going out to lunch. This is me, though. Just me. All right, I'm about to stop because, yeah. But I like that. Now, it's not as bright as Jackie, but I'll get there. Oh my God. That took off all my little concealer. I just dart under there. Oh my God, I just dropped it again. Good God. So let's put that up. So this is the look I came up for you guys that wanted me to try the Italian spritz. Chose Italian spritz. So I hope you like the look. I mean, I like it. It's different for me. I've gotten a little bit more conservative in my older age. I would have younger in my younger days really with that, but I think that's I think that's working. So I definitely need a liner, and I don't necessarily. I have one in front of me that I showed in my other video. I always end up with this noir from Lancome, but I always be looking for the other one, and it's in here. I just never seem to grab it for whatever reason. And but this, I want to do like the. At least I'm picking up pencil liners rather versus anything else. This is what happens when you're not prepared. You know. I mean, not that I'm not prepared, but I'm picking up so I don't. Because when you put stuff back, you end up keep picking the same thing up again. And it's probably up under here somewhere. This also elongates my videos, so I do apologize. Here we go. I wanted the long. I did want the Lancome pencil, but I wanted it in the black coffee because, um, even though it's a deeper color, it's more of a brown. It's like a black brown, which would also be a great color for the brow. We're gonna put this on because we must. I have to at least define mine. And I like these pencils because they seem to feather out or something. Do a nice feathered line. They're not so sharp. And I don't like smudge it. It just kind of like applies that way. And even though it's a nice deep color, it's not as a stark black. It has that hint of brown in it. It's creamy. It's creamy, but it sets, you know. It's not. It do have some playing time. You could smudge it, but it's not so what you might call, like I said, sharp. Of course, you could make it sharp, but I'm not necessarily going for a wing as much as I'm going to elongate the eye a little bit. My eyes are, well, I've always been told they were almond shaped, but I don't necessarily want to create an actual wing, so to speak. So it's a nice contrast, but it's not as stark and cold as a straight up black. Although brown liners are not going to show up on me. They might show up on top of a. Like if I would have just left that base on and that would have been cool. But just straight on my skin, brown is not going to show up on me. And I know this. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try this. And I showed this in the first video. But we're going to. Oh, stuff falling. I keep on falling. Oh, over on the floor. Okay, this is the Lancome Lash Idol. This is the Flutter extension. I typically go for volume. This came out with that curl goddess that I have. This is and I like again. I typically go for a fiber brush. This is going to be rubber. It's very narrow, spiky, short spikes. I'm not using a primer. And then I like to it is allowing me to go on top of the lash and pull it out, which is good. If I have naturally curly lashes, I just do. But this is of course a Flutter extension. So this is supposed to be more for length than volume, which is what I particularly care about. Maybe, and I meant to put the primer on this side. I really did. I really did. It's a nice, and again, I like a more of a wet. You can't see nothing I'm doing. I'm sorry. Um, I particularly care for a more wet formula when it comes to mascara or somewhere in the middle. I do not like a dry mascara, which most people do. They say, I open it up and let it sit. About the third or fourth time they use it, they like it. I need it wet. Oh, I need some more concealer. Y'all see my eye just watering out of control. The brush is really good. I think it'd be really good if you have short lashes because you can really get in there because it's so thin and narrow and the spikes are very short. It's a lot of them. So it's like really gripping and separating these lashes. So it looks like it's great for separation. And it looks pretty good for length. I just prefer, I lost my dang napkin. I just prefer a more volumizing fiber bristle brush and formula as far as volume. But this might be a good companion to the Curl Goddess that they just came out with to give you, while the Curl Goddess is giving you curl and volume, this will give you the length and the separation, I suppose. And even though this is not my type of formula or brush or effect, this is better than that dang Floyd Roberts. Even free. I would pay for something. Okay, I'm gonna quit talking about that mascara. But even if somebody gave it to me for free, I'll still be hesitant to use it. I would need you actually need a primer with that sucker. So I'm liking this for the separation and the length. I would prefer a more more volume in it. It's giving a little because I don't necessarily have sparse lashes, and because it's separating it, it's making it look like a whole lot of lashes. But it's not fatten up. It's not going to fatten them up. Now this side want water. That means I've been doing this for too long. And luckily this is going to be 2 videos because I'm almost done, y'all. I swear. Next, we're gonna, and I'll put all that stuff in there. What's this? This is from Lancome. This is their lip shaper from Idol Mahogany Mauve. Oh wow, I've been using this, huh? I'm going to use this OMG with. I have 2 lipsticks. I'm gonna let y'all decide which one I should use. Isn't that funny? Like you're really gonna be able to pick. But I'm gonna feel your choice if I find it, and that might be if I can't find it in here, which I know is in here. If it takes me too long to find it, that just might be the universe making the decision for me because, or for all of us, because where the heck did it go? It was just right here. I gotta get me a new caddy. Or maybe I need to separate everything. I'm feeling for the box itself. Because I had them together. So I don't know why they're not together anymore. And I'm trying not to make this video longer than what is this? That ain't it. Oh my god, so this video gonna might run a little over. I don't think the first one ran over. Okay. Good God. But at least I figured out what the lip liner is gonna be. And I think the lip liner worked well for all 3 choices. Now it's gonna be 3 choices because apparently I had 3 shades in there. So, okay, the first thing is from Laura Geller. This came with that apricot blush that we put on. This Amarina. I think I showed this. It has basic packaging, but it's magnetic. Okay, and yeah, I've used this, and it is this. It's a marble situation. So we're gonna put that here. And that's Amarina. Next, I forgot what's in there. It's from Lancome. This is their Intimate Soft Matte Lipstick and Got Me Blushing. It has my cheeriness on there. So that's how you spell it. If I can bring it. You see that? That's how you spell cheeriness if you're trying to look me up on Instagram. Either with a TV on the end or a 73. Not sure. And you just press the little button here. It's not supposed to spring out like that, but that's what it did. I've used this before. This has got me blushing. Okay. Then, this is the newest, well, one of the newest lippies to my collection. This is also an Intimatte from Lancome Soft Matte Lipstick. And this has my middle name on it. Oh, goodness. So I interchange between the two. Of course, let's see if this spring out. Nope, see if I'll do like that. That one won't come out. And this is called, I'm sorry, Brown Sans Filtre. And this is, even though it's called brown, it's more of a burgundy brown. So it might be close to that got me blushing. It's just more brown in it. So, which do you think would go best with this look? I think I'm going to go with the Brown Sans Filtre. And we're going to take that liner and we're going to wipe off the remainder, which ain't much because I've been talking the whole dang time. Use our liner, the mahogany mauve. I was going to use my molasses from Sephora. And that sale is going on now to the 15th or the 14th. No, to the 20th. I think on the 14th, VIB and regular Beauty Insiders can get in on the sale at their tier. But right now, everyone can shop for the Sephora brand at 30% off all their products, all Sephora brand products. Everybody can shop right now until the 20th for 30% off all Sephora brand products. Rouge can shop right now for their 20% off. VIB and regular Beauty Insiders can start shopping for their 15 and 10% off respectively starting on the 14th and it runs all the way until the 20th. I'm not shopping. I've been watching videos to get an idea of some things I might want, but I have not shopped at Sephora in quite a many years. And so I'm probably only gonna get I'm only gonna get you 10% off, and that's not a big deal. But if it's a brand or an item that I want, I'll just go to the brand and see what they're working with. Or if it's some not a very new product, I'll check eBay or Mercari. Okay. I hear that the this is a very I'm not a matte chick, so this is like a between a cream and a matte. It's very very comfortable. It gives you like a matte effect, but it's not gonna be very drying or look drier, or it's gonna look dry on the lips. It's not gonna look creamy. It's not a satin, so it don't have no shine to it. But it's very comfortable. It's like a wash of color, and you can build it up. So this is a burgundy brown versus that got me blushing, which has much more burgundy in it. So this is the Amarina from Laura Geller, which has like a shine to it. It's a marble, and that's the got me blushing. That's the brown sans filtre. That's those two. On this end are Lancome's Intimattes. I do have their matte, a couple of their mattes, just because I like the color, or I got it for free through the rewards program, and they are comfortable. This is a little bit more comfortable. They're not dry. They don't look like dried up on the lip, but yeah, it's a nice formula. I would just and I like the packaging better because the regular packaging is black. It's like a black. I think the cream has a lacquer black, and then the regular matte has a more matte brushed metal, but not a matte black casing. And this is like that bronzy, rosy brushed metal packaging, and I really like this one. And of course, you can get them all engraved. The Lancome, not the Laura Geller stuff. I don't know if she engraved, but Lancome does engrave. Now, this one is running a little longer than I had anticipated, but I have to. What is this one? Got me blushing. I like to put my stuff back from whence it came. That's what I'm going to find it or anything. Laura Geller. It's a special packaging. They are on sale at QVC by themselves, not with the blush. Although the blush combo, I think it's 28. I mean, this with that blush is like 28, 30 bucks. This by itself is just 14.98, and it's on Easy Pay. And it's a bunch of different shades. Although the shade, it shows the shade, all the shades, but it only gives a definition, a description in the description area of some of the shades. So although you'll see the shade, it only will describe, I think, about, they don't describe about three of them. There's about 7 to 10 available. Okay, so we gotta do we gotta do concealer again. Now, whatever I find first is what I'm putting on. Do you feel me? I don't want to keep you on like I've been keeping you. You know? So I lied. I can't put on what I find first because I found that dang Becca instead of my julep. So I don't want to use that. OMG. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I didn't know my situation was gonna run off like that thing. Bump it. I'm about to take this foundation powder. I'm about to take this Lancome brush, do it in the brush. I'm about to dry what's under here as much as possible. And we about to roll with it. Okay? I'm gonna take this part of the brush to end into this foundation powder from the little cart. And I'm gonna just do this because yeah, we ain't got all day for this. It's like I don't know what time it is. I'm sure it's lunchtime time. I'm gonna clean up under my eye with this a little bit. That's a little bit better. Although it would be better had I put the cream product on. You know what I'm saying? To give this something to adhere to. But all intents and purposes, I just want to, you know what I'm saying, get that darkness away so I can get y'all out of here. So y'all get sick of looking at me. Like this girl taking all day to put on some makeup. This is about the longest it's ever taken me because I'm opening stuff, looking for stuff, talking about stuff, just stuff. Okay. And see how I used that powder also worked out to clean up my outer edge. Okay. I really like the eye look. Okay. I'll do. Put that back. Woo! Put this back. And I'm going to come back with another video. It'll probably be another day. I mean, posted another day for some things that I purchased that I want to show you guys. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Party all day. Party all night, stay all day. Got this off her site. Everybody supposedly loves this. Look, I'm watering already. Oh my God. Please don't come on. I'll just put you on. I'll just put you on. All right. So I'm going to do this. What's one to say? One of them tell me go far away. One say like 10 to 12 inches. This say 6 to 8. And what I've learned with these sprays, because I usually like do spurts, I need to press. I'm all up here. I just like to do quick spurts. I need to, if you press down completely on the plunger, on her, whatever you want to call this thing, and have a downward motion, like sweep it. I find that I get less, my face is less wet. I have less of those water or those droplets on my face. It's a more even application of the spray, and I don't use as much. Okay, because I just go, psh, 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 and I think we all kind of, but I think if you just hold the, of course I'm holding it away, but if you just hold down the plunger, like do a complete sweep, it helps with the mist. You don't get those droplets, but that's what I've had so far. And your face isn't a sweat and it dries quicker. It's more even application. You use less product. So let's test it out. That's what's happened previously, but I haven't been on camera, so we'll see. You know, when you tell somebody something ain't working and they come around and all of a sudden it start working. So let's see if this stays with what I'm saying here. See, my face is less wet, but I want some more on the bit on this here. Okay, so and it's like because it's more dispersed on the face. It's not like a spot of a spray. It doesn't. My face doesn't look like wet. You see what I'm saying? And I don't have droplets on my face that I feel like I need to fan because I got a fan over here and I got my little lighted fan. But I got my little fan that I was gonna fan myself with, like Torrance. I miss Torrance being on Makeup with Torrance. He's on Instagram, but I haven't been on Instagram, so I guess I need to get on Instagram once see him. But I loved his videos. He's like, he's talking about free air, something about free air, cool breeze, something. I love that. He applied great makeup looks and everything. So I miss him on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube and you come across me, Taurus, I miss you. A lot of people miss you. Come back, come back, come back. Make up with Torrance. Okay. Check out his videos. They might still be on. I haven't looked, but I don't think he's taking his videos down. But yeah, take him out. Check him out. And Torrance is Torrence. He's actually from Michigan, from the Metro Detroit area, which means he doesn't live in Detroit. He lives on the outskirts of Detroit because nobody. It's like a landmark. You kind of know where Detroit is, and then you kind of like spread out. So they be like metropolitan Detroit. But yeah, I think he's from Detroit and just kind of moved away. But yeah, this is the look. I'm gonna go now because I'm like 112 in peaches and cream Cupid. 112. Okay. Yeah, I'm loving the look. I'm running errands. I think it looks natural. I really like the eye. It could be brighter. I'll get there, Jackie. Yeah, my brows are suspect. I think the lip goes well. Um, the blush, I could have went a little heavier on, but I was trying out something. I do like the bronzer that I used. I think it did show up more than any other bronzer I've ever used. I think I could have went a little bit more in with the contour. Again, I'm trying something new. We'll see what happens with that trick of cinnamon roll contour. If it ain't in that box over there, that might be. I got something from Too Faced and Tarte. But we'll see. But I'll be uploading these in two parts. So the first part is all complexion. This part is all color. And then I'm gonna go to lunch, do my drop off, get some gas. I need some gas. I'm sitting on like 40 miles to eat. And gas ain't no joke, okay? No joke. So I'm trying to find a good price. Although I do have a Sam's Club membership, but it's so far away from the house, I might as well just, you know what I'm saying? By the time you get there, you did whatever 5 to 6 cent you was gonna save is gone. So what's the big deal about that? I'm gonna do those. I'm gonna do my little errands, do my little lunch, and then I'll come back and then I'll film the new stuff I wanted to show you guys because I don't want to elongate this video any more than necessary. But thanks so much for hanging out with me. I will put a link somewhere in this situation or at the end for the first part, and then I'll make sure to link the second part to the first video, and then so those two will be going up in the same day. but separate videos. And then I'll come back and do the video for the new stuff I got that I didn't get to show you separately. And then, which is good because I have a new, whatever the hell that is over there. And then that'll go up as a bonus video for another day since I've been away. Because I know you miss me. That's why you don't mind spending this time with me. You don't mind it. I know. But yeah, thank you so much. If you like what you see or want to see more of or what I got going on or look at other stuff, check out my other videos, like, comment, subscribe. Check out my community posts. I have polls over there. I post stuff about grants for women or minorities. I have like little affirmations of the day, little excerpts, financial stuff that come for fidelity, investments, that I do like little webinars or whatever. I'm like an administrative assistant, financial, accounting, budget specialist situation. So I have like this organization, like if you're in that genre, clerical stuff, support, administrative support, there's a organization called ASAP, Association, American Society of Administrative Professionals, ASAP. Look it up. You can join it for free, and then they do have some additional tiers you can pay for, but they have a lot of free information if that's your professional career path. They have conferences. They have a state of like an annual report of what was going on in 2025 into 2026, the AI implosion, how that might affect your job, in any aspect, not just clerical or support roles. A lot of different stuff over there. So in my community post, so try it out. You can also talk to me through there if you come up with something you might want me to do in addition to the polls I periodically put out. So this is my sixth one where Italian Spritz was chosen. And yeah, I'm gonna go because I'm hungry now. And it is now, woo, Jesus, almost 2 o'clock. Yeah, time to do it. And I still got to put it in for this return on this situation for Amazon. Bye, y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.